Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the White Sox versus Tigers Major League Baseball matchup on Sunday, March 31st, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have products meant for people who make big bets, people with big bankrolls looking for that one-on-one concierge-style service. These aren't available on the website, but they're still easy to get. You just got to text the number you see on the screen. So if you make big bets like I do, just text that number. But let's get to it. White Sox taking on the Tigers. And, it's early in the Major League Baseball season, which makes these videos extremely tough because I could sit here and regurgitate stats that I see on other websites and, claim that they're my own or whatever, like a lot of the other people out there do. Or we could just sit here and talk baseball, and I think I'd rather do the latter because at least you get to, something different that you can't find anywhere else, and that's just, my opinion on these games and these teams in general. And I think when you look at the Tigers and the White Sox, you see, a team in the Tigers that have big expectations. Those expectations have been built up with success over the last few seasons. But, the Tigers have been a team that have had some expectations on them in recent years and have fallen short on those expectations in each of the prior seasons. The American League Central, where the Tigers and the White Sox live, this is a division that's really, you don't see a lot of repeat champions. So the Twins, who won it last year, boy, I would say that they probably have a puncher's chance at best at repeating, even though, they still have a pretty strong lineup, including a strong rotation. Speaking of which, the Tigers have just had a lot of injuries, to key players in recent years, especially in their starting pitching. And I think that they realize that if they can get those guys in there and log some meaningful innings, well, they're going to be in pretty good shape because they've been doing it without them. But of course, they also did it with Eduardo Rodriguez, who is gone. And that, he certainly was a big part of that starting rotation. But they have some young guys. And then today's starter, Jack Flaherty, a guy who was a number one with the St. Louis Cardinals, one of the best organizations when it comes to bringing up pitchers. I mean, you see these Cardinals pitchers, they go to other teams. You see people go to the Cardinals. They teach them new pitches. They teach them, how to throw different things. And man, they just become better players. But we haven't seen that recently in that Cardinals organization. And Jack Flaherty, for the Cardinals to cut bait with him last year and trade him to the Baltimore Orioles, who let him go now to the Tigers, well, you have to believe that the problems might run a little bit deeper and that injury might be a lot worse than a lot of people believe, and that his ability to come back, well, maybe while he has faith in himself, and of course we're always rooting for these guys, it might not be such a rosy outlook. Meanwhile, Eric Fedde for the White Sox, this guy gets hit like no one's business, and I expect this game to be an offensive explosion. I know a lot of you guys that watch these videos, you're not into the totals, so I try and avoid those the best I can, but I think in this particular game, the only way to go is over. I'm going to take the over in the White Sox Tigers, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your pick, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com, 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.